Wagwan everyone, Sanjae Uchiha here. Welcome back to the channel, and of course it's Monday, April 19th. Naturally, I was expecting Boruto Manga Chapter 57 to drop today, but apparently it's tomorrow, the 20th of April. I could have sworn I saw April 19th after reading Chapter 56, but hey, it is what it is. But all things going according to plan, I should be able to stream my live reaction tomorrow morning as a chapter drops. So join me for that live stream tomorrow. Unless something throws me off course, we're on route, on path to actually doing that live stream. It'll be my first, live stream in a while that I've actually done. That's going to be dropping as soon as the chapter drops. So that should be fun. Join me tomorrow for that. But until then, we have a nice little straightforward discussion here when it comes down to Kashin Koji and his importance going forward in the Boruto manga. Naturally, this video will contain spoilers for anime onlys, but I think it's an appropriate time given with the last episode, 195, we had Kashin Koji actually drop into the village, and I imagine anime onlys who've stayed clear of spoilers and everything are probably wondering who he is given the context of the whole, chakra detection system that they've established and what his true motives are. So anime onlys, I would love to see what anime onlys are saying, even though, it might be an obvious giveaway. But anyway, getting into it. So before chapter 57, and as I always say in a lot of these recent videos, before the Boruto time skip, Kashin Koji is one of those characters that needs to make at least one more appearance before going into the time skip. I actually think it would be a poor choice on Kishimoto's part to, not show him until after the time skip, considering that he survived the last fight he had with Isshiki Otsutsuki and he reverse summoned himself, or at least, escaped death. And we actually haven't seen him since, which I believe was probably like, I don't know, almost 10 chapters ago at this point. So I'm looking forward to seeing where things go. Now, as a clone of Jiraiya, I think one of the criticisms that have been labeled on the choice to bring back such a character is that he's a simple clone of Jiraiya. It's an easy, cheap way to, get persons who used to read Naruto interested again in the series. Or it's a case where, he doesn't really have much going for his character outside of that. It's ruining Jiraiya's legacy. All sorts of madness, I would say. But despite me saying madness, I would say those complaints or those criticisms, they come from a good place. I can empathize with those comments, those criticisms, and it kind of leads me to one of the points in this video, is this importance going forward and Kishimoto's purpose or role that he'll be placing on his character going forward. Because the thing at the end of the day is that even though he's a clone, he needs something to make him stand out from Jiraiya. Yeah, it does seem like he's actually more powerful than Jiraiya. I would say that easily, yes. But more than power, there needs to be some character arc for him to allow him to stand out from Jiraiya. And similar to Code, I would say this arc and whatever purpose he'll have in the story going forward is going to be a case where it's going to be that bridge between where the Boruto anime or the Boruto story is now and actually addressing one of its biggest problems, which is the antagonistic anti-hero villain problem, and us as an audience not really being as invested in them as we potentially could be. That I would say that is a valid criticism or a valid statement in terms of the Boruto story in itself. Yeah, the villains, they're powerful. I mean, they're threatening, they could destroy a lot in the world, but it kind of needs, in a universe like Naruto where we're used to having more than that superficial element to a lot of the antagonistic forces, I think Boruto needs to step up, and Kashin Koji in conjunction with Code could actually serve as a springboard for that. Because at least outside of a clone and outside of the goal of killing Isshiki, which was established about 10 chapters ago, give or take, probably more than 10 chapters ago at this point. Yeah, probably more than 10 chapters ago. He needs something to actually make him stand out, and actually going on this journey of, you know, his role or his individuality as a person outside of just being a clone of Jiraiya could actually serve as a springboard, as a cornerstone to allow other characters or other narrative elements to kind of bounce off of, to give rise to what I would say some interesting interactions, dynamics, and actual growth in other characters as well. So I think, especially when it comes down to the antagonistic forces, because apart from probably interacting with like Boruto and Naruto down the line, and you know, whatever emotional conflict we could have from those interactions, when it comes on to the villains and the antagonists, I feel Kashin Koji could interact with them in some shape or form to give rise to some changes in those antagonistic forces. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing how everything, all these other narrative elements bounce off Kashin Koji, and what happens as a result of that is basically what I'm saying in a nutshell. So that's going to be fun and interesting. But in terms of his arc in general, when I think about it, the fact that his primary goal of killing Isshiki, even though he was not the one to kill Isshiki, Isshiki is now dead. So what is his role going forward? And of course, I would imagine his role, or whatever it is going to be tied to whatever Amado is scheming, or that bit of information that Amado is not sharing with us, the audience, and Naruto, Shikamaru, and the village itself. So yeah, because of course we have had some suspicious panels here and there over the last, you know, 6 chapters, where I would say it's alluding to Amado having, there's more to him than meets the eye, even though that's obvious. I mean, shit. But yeah, seriously, I mean, panels like, you know, during the end of the Isshiki conflict, where he was seemingly mumbling something into what I could only assume is like some transmitter, or, you know, walkie-talkie or something. So yeah, or even how he's been, you know, handling Kawaki. That one panel in the last chapter where, you know, it seems like he was hinting at something to Kawaki. So there's that. I mean, his whole demeanor, his whole character, it just begs to, it just drags scrutiny and skepticism to his character. So whatever he has planned, the important thing is it's still going to be tied to Kashin Koji more than likely. So yeah, and at the end of the day, Koji, his role is going to be tied to more than likely helping with the Otsutsuki threat, and helping with the current set of problems when it comes on to, say, Boruto and potentially Kawaki, who is seemingly going to get another karma seal based on the flash forward, which I still feel is like an artificial karma. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how all of that plays out. But I think at the end of the day, it kind of still depends on how the 5 Kage summit actually ends up going. So yeah, there is definitely that. So yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think and what role Kashin Koji is going to play, and how whatever arc Kishimoto is going to give him going forward, and into the Boruto time skip, how it can, you know, affect the quality of life when it comes down to the Boruto story for the better. So yeah, let me know what you think. Of course, I think one thing is I am looking forward to that Kashin Koji Naruto meetup, hopefully. So yeah, well, of course, if you made it this far, I've rambled on enough. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to leave a like, let me know what you think about the video, subscribe if you haven't. Boruto videos every week, and of course, that Boruto reactions and initial thoughts stream for chapter 57 will be dropping tomorrow, if, you know, nothing doesn't throw me, of course. So yeah, but anyway, enjoy the rest of your Monday, guys, and I'll see you in the next Boruto video.